Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lone Star Showdown, presented by the Sideline Sports Network. I'm your host, Nation, joined with Fox. The Lone Star Showdown, A&M versus Texas, the rights to play Tennessee in the second round.
Well, it's the battle of the Texas teams, and Nation, I do believe that that you are a huge fan of Texas Power Grid and Texas Internet, if I'm not mistaken.
I love them so much.
Yeah, big Texas people here, baby. Well, with Nation stationed in Texas, these two teams coming at you from Texas. I am the lone non-Texan here, but we are underway. Welcome aboard in the light orange. The color on the field's kind of different from the scoreboard, but it is Texas orange against Texas A&M in the red, and already the red crossbar getting pinged with the ball early chance for the Longhorns, but it goes astray. We get to kind of settle in, Nation, for the battle of the Lone Star State.
Absolutely. Sorry, Chad, again, NA production and fixing the overlay as we're talking, but nonetheless, A&M defeated Texas last week in Game 5 over the reverse swept Texas, and then you saw obviously the Twitter war that went down on Twitter hours later, so hoping tonight we get a little bit more of that.
Yep, Nation's definitely going through the motions tonight when it comes to production. Hopefully, Nation, are you good?
I'm good, yeah, we're good.
Okay, you're good. I'm just making sure. We've had a power loss earlier, and I just wanted to be sure. But either way, we got Miku with the boost in midfield, going to take on Aviator in the corner, gets it right over him to the midfield, and Flycool is there to finish. Flycool only just woke up from a nap, but he's already on the scoreboard, up and at him.
Up and at him indeed, and it's a 1-0 start for A&M right now, as Texas trying to continue their season on here with a big win over A&M. It's just overly.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see if Flycool gets the pregame nap buff. He's going to take to the sky. Gets denied early on. This one's going to pop out towards midfield. Benda is there. KJ Storm gets absolutely clobbered away from the ball. A&M trying to keep possession here with apparently Sugar. Not much there. Not really a sweet deal out of the corner. Flycool now pops up for this one. Dunked immediately. Not much room here as Texas begin to get their feet wet a little bit. Try to increase the speed at which they are challenging that 50 in front of the goal. Almost ended up inside, but we are still good. Benda going to pop up for this one. Drops it up while Nation does the technical side. We will keep the casting going with apparently Sugar. His shot on goal. Aviator stops it, but Miku there to maintain the pressure. The Aggies all over the Longhorns here in their zone. Finally, some breathing room, and Storm almost poked their head into the Aggies' business, but Flycool will escape with the ball. And so far, as we approach that halfway point in the game, only a 1-0 game thus far, and A&M with a majority of the offensive chances. That's going to change here. That's going to change now as Benda has got the tying goal.
And Benda able to find the equalizer for Texas, and the overlay is now finally good. 2:47 to go. Sorry about that, but 2 minutes 13 seconds gone. It's a 1-1 score, Fox, and already both teams on the board early here.
Yep, it's got to feel good. I always say in a series, especially on stream, it feels good to get that first goal out of the way. It kind of eases the pressure. Now that both teams have struck and you are once again even on the scoreboard, now we get to see what these two teams are made of. Aviator quite nearly had the redirect off the sidewall. Couldn't quite get the read, though. And the Aggies kind of get away with one there as their net was wide open. And Aviator was looking. The Longhorns might not be done just yet. So here comes Benda trying to get it through. The Aggies will outnumber, but now they're getting demoed to even up those numbers. And the Longhorns take back over midfield. KJ Storm leaves it for Aviator. Tries to hook up the give and go. Doesn't quite work. And with 2 minutes left, we are still tied at 1.
And again, A&M undefeated in the season as well, trying to keep that going. They didn't have to play Florida in SEC play yet, so maybe if they can get that far, they'll play Florida in a tournament title game next week. That same made by Karsu and Miku. This team even defeated Drexel earlier on in the season than on conference schedule.
Oh, Flycool got the better of Aviator on that 50. Tries to outnumber the opposition who had his number. In the corner, Miku now. Pop fly, trying to get it past Aviator. Aviator's got the boost advantage. Aviator's going to win the ball, but Sugar there to help out. It's good buddies in red. Flycool looked a little awkward, but all according to plan. He's got the ball, outlets the zone right into a Longhorn. It's Aviator, who has just seemed to be just about everywhere on this field. He's going to set up Benda. Aviator tries for another redirect. Doesn't quite work. Two chances there for Aviator near that left post. Neither has been able to connect, but how the Longhorns are looking, you might need to watch out if you're the Aggies. Here comes Benda to the goal. Miku said no.
1 minute to go, game number one. Still level at one. A miss from Aviator. Flycool trying for an opportunity there. Unable to connect with that one. 50 to play. Still tied. Miku fires wide. Still continue on 1-1.
Oh, what a bump from Miku. Unfortunately for them, Aviator was there yet again where they needed to be, but no boost. Means they've lost the ball. Here comes Sugar. Also, a boost lacking problem for him and Storm. Miku with boost gets bumped. It feels like you either have boost and get bumped or you don't have boost. And Aviator making a good living there in the sky, trying to put that shot on goal. Flycool was able to answer that bell, but the Longhorns attack continues. Here's Aviator. Along the sidewall, pops it to the ceiling. Nice catch, nice air dribble all the way to the house. Aggies say no. And yet again, here come Texas with KJ trying to poke a hole in this defense, which has remained sturdy after giving up the tying goal. It might drop here. Aviator shot denied, and the Aggies will live to force overtime.
OT in game one, just like the last series between Clemson and Pittsburgh. That went to game 5 overtime, and Pittsburgh moved on. But this one, a shot from Flycool won't trail through as Aviator breaks through two. Now an open opportunity for Ben to potentially double. Couldn't get it to go. Sugar up. The save play continues.
Oh, the Aggies have to be careful here. They all are very low on boost. Miku's going to pick up the mid as they head upfield. Some good pressure relief there, thanks to the A&M efforts. But here comes Aviator yet again. Drops it for KJ. Tried to hook back up with Aviator. Shot didn't quite work out, and the Aggies will now play it over to their own corner. Miku got a little bit tied up there in the corner, but luckily for them, Flycool in responsible first man position, keeping the ball hemmed into the Longhorn zone for the moment. Sugar to the back wall. Aviator's got the answer, puts it up now. Benda looking to transition it into offense, but Miku has been a defensive thorn in the Longhorn attack pretty much this entire game. 1
minute now in overtime. We played 6 minutes so far here in game one, Somber, and we'll wait and see how long this OT will last. And again, this first opening series of this lower half of the SEC tournament. Tennessee again waiting the winner after beating Arkansas earlier tonight. It's been quite the night across CCS. An open target. Miku fires and scores.
Oh, that is a bigger fumble than Nation calling me somber. But either way, Benda with the push out towards the front of goal. Got bumped there by KJ Storm. That opens the door, and Miku says, thank you very much. They'll put on the performance. They'll take the win. A&M 1-0 in the series.
I didn't realize it did that, but A&M will go to game two up 1-0. Might be on that, Fox. But on to game two. It's been quite the night. Let's put it that way.
Shout out Somber. Somber, if you're here, brother, we love you. And Nation apparently has a little bit of favoritism towards Somber than me, but that's okay. Either way, that was an excellent game, and the defense really stood out for me. Miku, not only did they win the game, they had 5 saves out of a team 10, half the saves belonging to Miku out of a 10 spot for the team. Then on the other side, 6 saves for Texas. I mean, the offensive chances were there. Neither team just wanted to give an inch.
Yeah, Texas had so many opportunities. At 15 shots here, just one goal from Benda early on in the second minute. And I think at this point, for Texas, your offense, the pressure's there, but you got to be able to score.
Absolutely. Iceborg wanting a little bit more feistiness in the game. We'll have to see if he does indeed get that as this series wears on. We will head on over to the Forbidden Temple for game 2. And we are ready to go yet again. The Battle of the Lone Star State now heads into the Temple. Game 2, first blood in Aggie Red. And now we will have to see which team is able to carry the momentum forward or switch it in their favor.
The colors always look much better on this map. You can actually tell it's burnt orange on this map, Fox. And, it looked yellow on the last map, but it looks really, really burnt orange.
Oh, no. Nation's on the full copium. How about a back wall double tap from Miku? Had the flip, didn't need it, and scores anyway.
4:37, and Carson Miku gonna drop that one down, and then 23 seconds in a 1-0 Aggie lead.
big time goal. Miku is performing in the spotlight where Hatsune Miku loves to play. Karsune Miku, no different. And here they come yet again with the pop-up into the corner. Met there with a defensive effort. Aviator got team bumped again. No, that wasn't a team. I apologize. It looked a little bit, like Nation said, the colors are a little bit harder to differentiate now because they are more accurate.
They're easier
so
to differentiate.
We'll get this. It is in the sunset. I'm just trying to make up for my mistake here. We'll move on. Here comes Flycool. Pops it up. Benda almost got Benda bumped. Still having to make the save. So they gave the ball up to Karsune Miku, but Benda cleaned up the mess and maintains the 1-goal deficit. Now the Longhorns trying to close the gap. It is Benda yet again. Double tap. They can do it all. And they've tied the game for Texas.
The Longhorns on the board, 106 gone. It's 1-all after Benda's got his second of the night. Just 66 seconds into this, and it's been quite the start for the series.
Hey, if you can double tap, I can double tap too. Watch this. Benda putting a response right in front of the Aggie team, but now the Aggies have numbers forward. Benda getting back with no boost. He's able to make the play, and now sets up Aviator. Aviator has been all over the pitch. He gets the demo there on Sugar, but Miku will have an open lane. Outlets the zone midfield now. With the corner being watched by Miku, keeping Benda honest with good positioning, but the Aggies still maintaining the ball. Here deep in Texas territory, Sugar looking for a little friend to pass to over the side. He's found only Benda, though. And now Benda towards a wall of Aggie red that kind of thwarted that offensive attack. And now Benda will try again. There he goes to the scrap heap. The Aggies will be able to alleviate some of that pressure.
Karsune Miku going to take possession here. Will miss the connection from Sugar. Texas trying to find their way into a lead here, just 2 minutes down in game 2. The Longhorns trailed the series by 1 earlier on in the season on the final day of the SEC group stage. A&M took on Texas, where the Longhorns jumped out to a 2-0 start, and A&M reverse swept them, when hence you saw on Twitter before that war occurred. But halftime here in game 2, it's a new story tonight as A&M leads by 1 in the best of 5.
Yep, you could have a social media war all you want, but all the yapping is done. Now it is time to do the talking with your gameplay. And this game is a lot like the first game we saw, where you get 1 goal, you get a response, and after that, neither team was able to break through until overtime. Yet again, another defensive structure-filled match after 2 flashy double taps have gone in. As that attempt will be denied by Miku. Aviator's touch was close. Don't think it was on, though. Now Miku trying to find something off the backboard, but that was being patrolled by a Longhorn. They'll send it back downfield. Sugar has got Flycool. They are helping them out. They've turned it over to Benda. No, Flycool able to maintain the speed needed for that challenge. Now here's Aviator. Karsune Miku again, just that speed that Miku has in their zone. Speaking of which, how about enough speed to break through the defender with the demo? Miku playing interference. They get 1 demo, they get another bump, and they will help their team secure the next goal.
Aegis Storm a miss there off the bump. Minute 45. Shots favoring Texas 5-4. A&M though up front by 1. 105 ticks to go. Fox. Texas got to score.
Got to do something with Miku now. 2 Aggies in the corner. No Longhorns there. Aviator does arrive. Is able to keep the ball in said corner. Gets some help from Benda. Now KJ looking for something there. A little bit of room. Closed down yet again by Miku. They'll take out Sugar. But that's not the player you really need to be targeting with these demos. They are right there on the wall ready to collect this ball. It's Miku with a opportunity there for a challenge. It does get denied. Good play by Benda to pop it up, kind of halting the Aggie attack. KJ takes a bump. Aviator now trying to play some mind games. Did not get through. Miku was having none of it. And with about a minute to go here, Texas, they're poking in, looking for an opening. Aviator saw it. Unfortunately, so too did the defensive Flycool, and we maintain a 1-goal Aggie lead.
Texas got about as good of a look as you're going to get here in the conference quarterfinals. With Benda might have caught the defense sleeping. That he did. It's tied again.
Oh man, what a needle thread right there as Benda spots the opening. A good idea to pass it in front. Unfortunately, neither Aggie was in the same neighborhood of the pass. Sugar and Cool, you know, no disrespect to them, but with the speed and the level at which Miku is playing, it feels almost like Flycool and Sugar are having a little bit of trouble keeping up with Miku. who is absolutely on a tear. Benda will have trouble keeping up with being alive as they get demoed there by Sugar. Now Aviator in front, ball pickpocketed right from behind by Miku, who will snuff out that attack very quickly. Now here's Sugar and Cool. In the corner, Mr. Fly Cool gets poked away off the ball. Benda's pass, a fake in front. Miku there again will dump it out. And the Longhorns now will watch as Sugar will take the ball right away from Aviator and dump it in the goal.
19 seconds. Sugar puts the Aggies up by 1 here at the end of the Lone Star Showdown. In Game 2, the Aggies lead 1.
What a shot. Sugar never gave up on the play. That's what you need to do. Picked Aviator's pocket, and Texas was left watching that ball head right into their goal, but now they need something to tie it up. As Aviator and KJ Storm trying it there. It's wide open for Benda. The save from Fly Cool diving across the box will send Texas all the way back to their own backboard. Sugar, all they have to do is spike the ball. It's a 2-0 series lead for the Aggies, and it is indeed not 1, not 2, but 3 chances to close out the quarterfinal.
We'll have to come down to a reverse sweep for Texas to pull this one off, or else Sark might get lockered on Twitter again.
Oh, we'll have to see what happens on Twitter after this, but right now the Longhorns, they're right there. Both games, just 1 goal. It came down to the defensive mistake that Sugar was able to create out of Texas. Thanks to Sugar's speed. They were on a Sugar rush there. Got the goal they needed, and, you know, I said it, they needed to kind of maybe pick up the pace just that extra little bit, and Sugar shut me right up and said, hey, watch this. How about a game winner?
Game 3. Texas needs to win 3 in a row. A&M 1 win to send Texas home and end their season. We're underway here in Game 3. Fox, what's got to change if you're Texas here, Benda being your lone scorer?
I feel like Texas, if they're able to play with the lead, they've not had the lead yet in this series. If they're able to play with the lead, maybe some of those nerves are able to melt away. Maybe the game opens up for you a little bit. And someone you have to watch is this person right here, Miku. To the ceiling, to the heavens, tries to get the drop down. Aviator was having none of it. They'll swat it away, but right into Sugar's path. That ball's going to get through off the goalpost. Rebound was there only for just a moment, but Storm ushers it to safer waters. Fly Cool drops it right back into the Hornet's nest. In front for Miku. The shot denied by Aviator. Some good defense here. Looks a little bit kind of chaotic, but at least it's working to keep the Aggies out.
Welcome in, Hooded Mexican, our old Texas community on Twitter. There's your host there joining us here for the Lone Star Showdown, and you missed the last one. And A&M reverse swept Texas. Now tonight, Texas looking for a reverse sweep on A&M here, or else A&M will see if they can close down Texas in 3.
Aviator, not much boost here to work with, is going to get the ball taken away, but Fly Cool also had no boost, meaning it is a available touch here for Sugar. The ball popped up. Good play to keep it out. But putting it right back in is Karsune Miku. If they had more boost, that's probably more threatening, but that ball will escape. Back for Sugar now. No, it's taken right away by Benda. If they had more boost, this might be more threatening, but just not quite. Nation, if the boost tanks are full, I think we're already seeing 1 or 2 goals.
I think so as well, but again, Benda has been the only scorer for Texas so far tonight. Aviator and KJ Storm have got to find a way to get their offensive opportunities to go their way to give Texas a chance. It can't just be Benda doing all the work offensively if we're going to hang on to beat A&M here.
Yeah, Mr. Hooded in the chat with the Miku bias. I don't blame you, Carson. A great individual. Having a great series thus far. Will be there to help out their team. Puts the ball right into Fly Cool's path where he's able to poke it away, but gets a little awkward there for just a moment. Miku with the boost pickup. Now takes on Aviator there towards goal. It's a pass in front, out of the reach of Fly Cool, though, who will opt to just simply keep the pressure on. Now Sugar off the backboard. No help. Arrives. Miku playing patient. The Miku got bumped right off the play. Sets up Fly Cool for a chance. Aviator said no. And it will be poked right back to the corner. Miku and Sugar trying. I mean, the openings are there. But right now, the thing that A&M is missing are the finishers for when they get that ball through the box.
Absolutely, and 2:10 to go here. Miku flip reset down low, back under for Fly Cool. It's good, there's the lead.
The pressure is able to finally break through. It is Miku yet again with the flip reset, able to throw off the defense just enough. Benda and KJ got a little bit caught up there. KJ was in a great spot to challenge Fly Cool, but they had dove for the ball after the flip reset, and that opened up the net. And a 1-0 lead here for the Aggies. Now Benda in a little bit of trouble here as Miku puts it off the backboard. Sugar towards goal. Miku's challenge got broken through by Benda, who has been everything that his team has needed thus far. Right now, they need a goal. Benda's been the one to answer the bell thus far. If you're Texas, you're looking at Aviator, you're looking at KJ Storm. You need a hero right about now. You got less than 2 minutes before you get swept by your in-state rivals. Who is going to step up to the plate, and who is going to tie this game up?
1:35 to go. Flagpole missed their Aviator with nothing in the tank. You mentioned boost being a problem for Texas. It still has persisted here in Game 3. Maybe a look for KJ Storm in a bigger save for Flagpole.
Oh, great defense by Miku, although that ball bounced off of them in front. Good follow-up chance will be denied, and now Benda pass towards midfield. That's going to be a dangerous turnover. Benda with the fake. KJ tries to leave it. No, KJ picked it up. Almost got tied up there with Aviator. But they will be able to get through it. But this ball pokes right back into Texas territory where they don't need it right about now. Benda keeping the attack on here for the Longhorns. Less than a minute to go in their tournament right now. Unless they are able to find a goal, the Aggies will be able to show them the gate. And right now, they need something. They need some offense.
40 seconds to go. Texas, all that's left to score here, as their season could very well be over in the next 35 seconds if their offense can't connect with any singular look. As Benda tries to find Aviator through some traffic, couldn't put that one on target. 30 to go. The Longhorns still trying to do all they can here at the last couple seconds.
It's time to rip out that orange sink. You've got to start throwing everything at him. Here comes Aviator, dunked immediately in the sky by Miku, who pays for it with their life. Almost got the ball through for Fly Cool. Final 10 seconds here. The Longhorns need a hero. Who's it going to be? Sugar keeping the ball away from Texas, and Fly Cool will finish the job. 0-second drill. It's going to be needed here. They need to keep the ball out of their net first, which they do. The ball is still up, but KJ gets eliminated via the demo. Texas, desperation times now. The boost is getting stolen. The ball being kept, and Texas A&M almost dunk that one through, but right now the Longhorns, there's just no escape, nation. It is all over, and the Aggies, a clean 3-0 sweep, will get the W.
And A&M again will win the Lone Star Showdown in the postseason here in the SEC tournament. They'll move on to take on number 3 Tennessee later on this weekend as the Aggies move on past Texas and send the Longhorns home.
Oh, it is unfortunate. They just needed more goal scorers. They needed somebody other than Benda. Did Texas. They were right there in games 1 and 2. Even game 3, I mean, they lost by 1 goal every time. It wasn't a blowout by any means, but they just missed that extra inch that needed to get them over the finish line.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for watching. We're glad to be back in the broadcast here. There'll be plenty more to come this weekend, next week as the conference tournament wrap up. We'll see you guys later.